Hello everyone, and welcome to my Milwaukee Bucks MyGM on the Xbox phone here on Clyde92 TV, and you can see we're starting off the series right now. After about 3 months of voting, it came down between two teams, the Denver Nuggets and the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Bucks won by just one vote, so we're going to end up choosing them. I'm going to be the GM for this team and try to lead them to a championship. You can see the very first goal that my owner is giving me is to win 17 games at home during the first season, and I do think that's possible, so I told him that we will accomplish that goal. And as we're getting into this series, I just want to tell you what the format of this series is going to be like and what my goals are with the Milwaukee Bucks. So my goals with the Bucks for my first season is to kind of keep around the same team. I may want to tank partway through the season, but you can see I'm starting off with some immediate trades, and the first one I'm doing is trading Ramon Sessions and a second round pick for JaVale McGee and a second round pick, and I do think this really works well for the Milwaukee Bucks. In case you guys don't know the Bucks lineup that well, their backup center is a guy named Zaza Pachulia, and he has a really big contract and he's not that good of a player, so I do think getting another backup center will allow us to ship him off to another team. I'm also trading for Norris Cole. I really like Norris Cole in this game and real life, and I do think that he would be a good backup point guard for our team. So the third trade we will be making in this episode is Ike Udo and our 2015 second round pick for the Spurs 2015 first round pick and Boris Diaw, and the main reason why I chose to do that trade was mainly because the Spurs don't really have that great of a 2015 season, so I do think having their first round pick will definitely benefit us. I also traded away two nobody players to the Celtics for Keith Bogans. Bogans is a really good three-point shooter, and I definitely want him on this team. And lastly, I traded away Zaza Pachulia because his contract was just way too big, and I did not want to have him around. I think his contract was like 3 or 4 years for a ton of money, and he's just not worth that in this game. And as you guys probably noticed, I did not trade away any of our starters, and that's something I kind of want to leave up to you guys. I want to know if you guys want me to trade away any of our starters. The main guy I definitely want to keep around is Brandon Knight. I do think he's going to be a good prospect in years to come. I think this is his second or third year in the NBA, and he's a really good player at this point. OJ Mayo specifically has the highest trade value, so I think he may be the guy that I trade away for a draft pick, because as you guys know, the 2014 draft class is just so stacked. There's guys like Embiid and Parker and Wiggins, and I'd be okay getting any of them on this team. The main guys I'm looking at right now are Jabari Parker, Joel Embiid, and Julius Randle, because I do think it would be really cool to have Julius Randle or Joel Embiid pair up with Larry Sanders. We would just have a dominant inside game, and I do think that'd be something pretty cool to assemble on the Milwaukee Bucks. But obviously, I don't think we're bad enough, at least in this game mode, to seriously get the very first pick of the draft. So we may need to make some pretty poor trades in order to get that very first pick. So we're starting off this game. Brandon Knight drives in, gets the dunk, and one. And look at the very bottom of your right-hand screen. We actually got a 5-point play there. Some weird glitch happened in the game, and now OJ Mayo's passing it off to Brandon Knight, and he's getting that to go, and we're starting off the game 7-2-2. And as this footage is playing, I do want to tell you guys a little bit of my schedule for this series. So in terms of the series itself, I'm going to be playing 5 games every season. Then I'll play the elimination games in the playoffs. And lastly, I'll do one off-season episode for every single off-season. And I think I can probably get even 3 seasons in, especially with the summer coming up. I'll be able to upload a lot more videos. Now, in terms of when those videos will be coming up, I think for the next week or so, just until around the end of June, these will come out every week and a half or so, because these are quicker to make than the Madden series. I don't know why. It's just easier to edit the footage and pick which plays to keep and which ones to not have. And as you can see, the video itself is like 12 minutes, which is a lot shorter than they were in my previous Madden series. So this will be able to come out more often than my Madden series did. And also, I will be able to upload more since summer is starting for me pretty soon. Come July, I'll probably be uploading one of these videos every 3 to 4 days, which is pretty good for my channel. And just for those of you who are upset that my Madden series ended and you're already looking forward to my next Madden series, my next Madden series will be starting up probably in October, so this series will go through December into football season, which will be a little bit weird, but I will be starting up my Madden series at the beginning of football season still. So with the news out of the way, I can finally talk about the actual gameplay of this video. So in this game, we are facing the New York Knicks, who have a pretty decent roster. They definitely underachieved this past season, but of course in NBA they are a lot better than they are in real life. So here is the Lamar Odom trying to get a fadeaway. It's blocked by Boris Dio, and it's picked up by Allen. It's passed up to Norris Cole, passed into Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Greek Freak slams it down. The score is now 33-24. At the end of the first quarter, Lamar Odom is doing a crazy layup right underneath the basket, and they will go into the second quarter down by 7. Now down by 9, they're going to give it to their best player, Carmelo Anthony, and at this point in the game, this is where Carmelo Anthony started taking over. He's missing a shot right there on the left elbow. It's picked up by Tyson Chandler and blocked by Ersan İlyasova. Sanders is going to pass it up to Brandon Knight, who's going to pump fake, take out, dribble right back in, and Brandon Knight is just taking over this game. He's definitely the best player, in my opinion, on the Milwaukee Bucks. He's now going up against Raymond Felton, and he's actually going to get the ball stolen away right there. It's going to be taken by J.R. Smith. He's going to dribble, take it out, go right through the middle into the paint, and get that finger roll to go, and they've narrowed down our lead to just 7 points. Carmelo gets the ball for a wide open 3, and he actually misses that. It's picked up by Brandon Knight, and he's going to do a fast break down court. He sees Carlos Delfino wide open at the 3-point line, and you know he's going to make that shot. His foot is on the line, so that is a 2-pointer. İlyasova is going to try to make a move on Anthony. He's going to take it out and give it to the new Milwaukee Buck, JaVale McGee. He's up against Andre Bargnani, and you know he's going to win that matchup every time. That's 2 points in the paint almost every time with JaVale McGee. Now we have the ball with Brandon Knight. He sees a wide open McGee, but he makes a bad pass. It's picked up by Carmelo, and they're trying to narrow down this lead. It's only a 4-point lead for the Bucks. Carmelo's going to take it down court, pass it off to Shannon Brown, and it's blocked by Brandon Knight. Out to Felton, out to Shumpert, and it's blocked again by Ersan İlyasova. A monster defensive play by the Milwaukee Bucks. The game is still close. The Bucks still have a 5-point lead, and we're going to kick it out to Carlos Delfino. He's going to try to get something going. He's going to go in the post, drive in, and see an open Norris Cole. Excellent release, and that shot is in. A 3-pointer by Norris Cole. A great pickup by this Bucks team. Now here is where the Knicks started to play sloppy. Bad shot selection by Tim Hardaway Jr. We're going to get the ball, go on a fast break. Bogans is going to pass it to Allen in a dunk right there. We have expanded this lead to 12 points. Now the Knicks have the ball, giving it to Lamar Odom. He's got a hand in his face. Pass it out to Shannon Brown, and we cannot leave this guy open. He is a deadly 3-point shooter. The Bucks will now get their last possession of the first half. Cole is going to kick it out to Keith Bogans, and that 3 is in. That will extend our lead to 10 points, and the score going into the second half of this game is 60-50. Our leading scorer is Brandon Knight with 15 points, but we're doing pretty well overall as a team. To kick off the second half, Carlos Delfino is taking the ball up. He's going to drive in, pass it out to Brandon Knight for another corner 3. That's like the third one this game, and they can just not stop that play of driving in and then just passing it out for the 3-pointer. Carmelo Anthony is going to lead the way for his Knicks, passing the ball off right there to Amari Stoudemire. The overpaid power forward gets a dunk. Now with an 11-point lead, the Bucks are going to give it to Carlos Delfino. He gets Carmelo in the air, gets a nice shot, but he actually misses that. Larry Sanders picks up the ball, hits it out to Brandon Knight, who will get that wide open jumper to go, and the score is now 71-58, and the Knicks are going to rally behind this man, Carmelo Anthony. He's going to get behind the screens, get an open 3-pointer, but get his foot on the line. The score will now be 71-60, and the Bucks are going to try to get something going with O.J. Mayo. He's going to pass out to Carlos Delfino, who gets Iman Shumpert this time to bite on the pump fake. The Knicks are now down by 13. You know they're going to give it to Carmelo. He's going to cross over Boris Dio, get in the paint, and get that layup to go. A very nice play by Carmelo Anthony, the offensive superstar. Now here's Keith Bogans driving in, gets the defender to come out, and finds a wide open Norris Cole around the 3-point line. And here come the Knicks again with another poor shot selection by Tim Hardaway Jr. JaVale McGee will get the rebound. He's going to pass it out to Giannis Antetokounmpo, who will bounce pass it into Boris Dio, who gets an and one on Carmelo Anthony. You can see him showing up Carmelo right in his face. Norris Cole now has the ball with the 13-point lead. He's going to use the pick by JaVale McGee, find him on the roll. He's going to go in and get that nice play to go. A very good connection between Norris Cole and JaVale McGee. Chris Copeland, the new pickup, is going to try to go in the post. J.R. Smith is not the best defender, but Copeland just takes a terrible shot. Luckily, Ersan İlyasova is there to pick up the slack, and he gets that shot to go. At the end of the third quarter, Raymond Felton has the ball. Great defense by Norris Cole, but he gets by him, finds Amari Stoudemire, and what is Norris Cole doing? Stoudemire is nearly twice his height, and there is no way Norris Cole is going to block that guy. With just 7 seconds left in the quarter, O.J. Mayo's in the post on J.R. Smith. He backs him down and gets that nice layup to go, and that will end the third quarter of this game. We go into the final quarter with a 14-point lead, so all we have to do is maintain this lead, and we should be okay. And there is that corner 3 again. I love how the Bucks are a very nice three-point shooting team, just all around. Even their power forwards, like İlyasova, can shoot threes. Here is OJ Mayo, the following play, driving in and actually fouling out J.R. Smith, who actually had an atrocious game. He only had 4 points this entire game, and he's complaining after that call. The Bucks are resetting their offense here. OJ Mayo is going to try to drive to the left side. He's going to see a wide open Carlos Delfino, who's being covered by Tyson Chandler for some reason. He makes that shot, and our lead is all the way up to 20 points. Carmelo Anthony has the ball on the left side. He's going to go in the post on Brandon Knight, fades away to the left side, and gets that shot to go. An incredible play right there by Carmelo Anthony. The following play, we're going to give it to our beast inside, JaVale McGee. He's going to back down Tyson Chandler, go inside, and get that contested shot underneath the basket to go. The score is 82-100, and McGee's getting steals on the other end of the court. He's going to pass it up to OJ Mayo, who messes up the alley-oop pass with Brandon Knight. Iman Shumpert will then take it up court. He sees a wide open Carmelo Anthony, who will get that layup to go right underneath the basket. The Knicks are going to need to pull off a miracle if they're going to come back in this one. Brandon Knight has the ball, crossing up Raymond Felton, passing it off to İlyasova. He's going to get double teamed for some reason. You know Brandon Knight is the player that has been having a crazy game, and they leave him wide open for some reason. He knocks down that three-pointer, and the Knicks have the ball. They're going to give it to Shumpert, who's going to drive in, find Amari Stoudemire, and get another and one play. I think that's his second or third and one of this game. Now the Knicks are going to start pressing and see if they can even have a chance of coming back in this one. Brandon Knight is going to position himself right in front of Raymond Felton, go down court, and get a dunk on the other end. Now with the 18-point lead, Carlos Delfino has the ball. He's going to pass it off to İlyasova, out to Brandon Knight, and he gets Carmelo with the pump fake. A just embarrassing play by Carmelo Anthony. Now İlyasova has the ball. He's going to give it to Knight, who's just on fire this game. He's going to drive in, find JaVale McGee, who stuffs it down. That will be the nail in the coffin. There is no way the Knicks are coming back. With just 6 seconds left in the game, we have all of our backups out there. Keith Bogans misses a three-pointer. Norris Cole gets the rebound, finds Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he gets a buzzer beater at the very end of the game. Your final score will be 113-90, a 23-point win by the Milwaukee Bucks. And if you guys saw, going into this video, I had the difficulty set as All-Star, and I think after this game, I'm going to increase it to Superstar because I do acknowledge that this game was a little too easy. You can see the Knicks walking off the court. They're clearly disappointed after losing their very first game of the season. Here are your final game stats. The main stats that stood out were Carmelo almost putting up 30 points in the very first game, and for us, Brandon Knight almost had 30 points as well. And another thing I noticed was that Larry Sanders, I don't think he scored the entire game. So as I said, I'm going into the options. I'm making the quarter length 10 minutes because I don't think we should be scoring 113 points a game. And I'm also increasing the difficulty. I will also be simming all the way up to December. Like I said earlier, we will be playing 5 games every season. And out of those games that we simulated, we actually ended up going 8-9. So we are the 9th best team in the conference. And I have a question for you guys. What should we do from here? Should we try to make some blockbuster trades to try to make our team, a top 3 or 4 team in the East? Or are we better off, completely tanking with this team and going through a full rebuilding process? Because I do think it's possible that we could go to the bottom or to the very top of the Eastern Conference at this point in the season. So you guys can put your decision of what you think I should do with this Bucks team in the comments below. I hope you guys had a fun time watching this video. Be sure to have a great day. God bless you guys. Bye.